And groups continue to present their proposals to the National Dialogue Committee. Questions on whether some proposals may be implemented by way of constitutional amendment abound, even as groups such as the Center for Multi-Party Democracy reiterate that a referendum may push the country further to the edge. The Law Society of Kenya, on its part, is proposing that presidential elections be held on a different day before other elections to allow those who have lost to vie for other elective posts. NTV's Melita Oletenges has that report.
It was the turn of the civil society to table its proposals before the National Dialogue Committee. The Law Society of Kenya is proposing that the presidential election be held on a different day from elections for other positions. The lawyers' body also wants the audit of the IEBC and scrutiny of how resources have been used after every election.
You can find enough constitutional grounding to impute such audit mechanisms because they go towards transparency. What the Supreme Court does within 14 days is to determine the dispute.
The Election Observation Group, ELOG, has reiterated that the audit of every election should be conducted whether or not the election has been disputed.
These protocols need to be deposited in Parliament so that everybody is very clear exactly how do they make their decisions, even though the reference is the Constitution.
The Institute of Certified Public Accountants, ISPAC, in its proposals pointed out the need to scrap the law that dictates IEBC commissioners should have legal background and instead accommodate other professionals.
At least one of the commissioners to have the relevant experience in finance. I believe we had such a member in the last election. There were issues about particular ratios that would have been sorted promptly.
The Center for Multi-Party Democracy wants the duties and roles of IEBC commissioners to be stipulated in order for every commissioner to be held accountable and all constituencies and counties to be protected in the boundary delimitation exercise. However, with the wide scope of critical issues presented, the question of the country going for a referendum to amend the constitution is the elephant in the dialogue room.
Did I hear you talking about changing our system to a parliamentary system? And is that possible without a referendum?
There are places where the shoe is too tight. There are places where we need to look at. But I beg you, I beseech you, we cannot go to a referendum in these divisions. It will make an already bad situation much worse.
On the implementation of the 2/3 gender rule, while many groups agree, the framework varies, with the Elections Observers Group recommending an additional number of women MPs in Parliament. Melita Oletenges, NTV.